Hello, this is Dan Fagan from the Greater Hilltop Area Commission, and I have with me today Rachel Winning. She is the co-chair of the Greater Hilltop Area Commission and the chair of the Government and Legislation Committee. And I wanted her to be able to share that we have seats open in an upcoming election for the Greater Hilltop Area Commission. So Rachel, hello. How many seats are currently available for someone to apply for and be part of our upcoming election?
We have 4 seats that are going to be up for election in this year's round. So there are 4 seats that are 3 years for the term. So you would officially take your seat on January 1st of 2021, and then your term would run for 3 years. And really, the only requirement to run is that you live in the Greater Hilltop Area Commission boundaries, which are defined in the Columbus City Code. It is 3111.05 of the Columbus City Code that defines what those boundaries are. So if you are curious about whether your house is technically within those boundaries, you can go to the city code and look at that. But the Greater Hilltop area is bigger than a lot of people realize, so you probably are within the boundaries.
That it is. So if someone's interested in running for one of the open seats, how do you do that? What's the process?
So we have a selection packet, which is available on the GHAC website, which is theghac.org, theghac.org. The packet has a petition in it, which everyone who wants to run has to have 15 signatures from people who live within the area. Need 15 people to sign that. And the signatures have to be in person. We had considered maybe doing electronic, but we decided to stick with in-person signatures. And the people who sign your petition have to be people who could actually vote for you. So those people have to be over age 18 and live within GHAC boundaries as well.
Okay, so if you're interested, you complete the packet, you get the signatures, what happens next?
So the petitions, if you want to run, the petitions are due back August 31st by 4 p.m. And there are the addresses of myself and Scott Stockman in the packet. I live at 591 Chestershire, and he lives at 136 South Royce. So when someone has their signatures put together, they can drop them off in either of our mailboxes, and then we'll go through and verify those and confirm who all of our candidates will be. And anyone who turns in a valid 15 signatures will get a notification from me on the 1st. We are going to let everyone who is running speak at our full meeting on the 1st if they want to. They're not required to, but they can. We'll give everyone about 3 minutes, I would say, to talk a little bit about themselves and why they want to run for a position and why they'd be good at it. So if you do want to run, be aware we'll give you that opportunity on the 1st.
And when's the date of the election?
The election is going to be October 3rd, which is a Saturday, and it will go between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's been kind of the time frame that we've always used, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., but we used to always have the election at the bean dinner, and the bean dinner is not happening this year, so we had to find a new time, a new date, and new places to do the election. So we're still finalizing the places where people will be able to vote, but we are going to have a lot of options for people to do voting, which is socially distant. And we're probably going to allow people to actually sign up to have a ballot brought to their house in case they can't leave the house. So there will be a lot of ways that people can vote on that day, but October 3rd, yeah, from 10 to 3.
Great. I think my final question is, so if you are elected, how much time do you think a commissioner would be investing in the work of what the commission's doing?
We have our monthly meeting that everyone is required to attend, which is the first Tuesday of every month, 7 to 9. So you can kind of schedule that out and know that that day is when you need to be at the full meeting. All commissioners are appointed to committees. The chair will appoint those in January And so people will know in January what committees they're going to be sitting on. I think the typical way that the chair does that is let people express what committees they would be interested in serving on, and then the chair decides who will sit on the committees. And so it kind of varies for the committees when the meetings happen, how long they are. It just depends on how much business will be discussed. But I would say I probably spend 6 or 7 hours additional to the monthly meeting doing other committee meetings.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, you know, as part of the commission, we appreciate your leadership and all the work you've done as chair in the Government and Legislation Committee. Thank you for everything that you're able to do to make this selection process and the election happen. So again, why don't you give us the website and where people can get packet information? What's our website?
Yeah, it's theghac.org, theghac.org. And there's a drop down for government and legislation. And once they go to that drop down, it'll show the link for the selection packet.
Great. Rachel, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye.